Lost her. What's going on? Hi, Cynthia Nwadima.
Hi, hello. Can you give me space? I'm looking for the take out. No, I wasn't. Hi, hello. I'm so sorry for coming late. I have my siblings here.
We know that. We know that women. You need to get yourself together.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So let's go right into the conversation. So I started this live series for people like you to talk to your fans. Tell them what is going on with your life, what you've been doing. Like for you, you were not on social media from the beginning of the year. You were out trying to work on a lot of stuff. Being very close to you, I know that you're working on a lot of great stuff, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start with your online soldiers, right? Let's start from there. So yesterday we had Mr. Akin Olaoye of House of Lunet. When we interviewed him, he said you had one of the highest grossing ambassadors for him. And that is a good thing. What can you say about that?
Someone tagged me to that yesterday, and when I saw it, to be honest, I was really surprised because House of Lunet, I think, was one of the first brands that I started working with when I came out of the house. And then, trust me, I didn't know what I was doing. I was still trying to figure out the whole being a brand ambassador, being a brand influencer. And I think I made a lot of mistakes then. So for him to have said that to me, it meant a lot, to be honest. But again, I would give the credit to my fans. I think they are the ones who made it possible. Those guys, regardless of how things are looking, they will always stand by me. Like, they will always be there to support me, to buy whatever products that I am associated with and all of that. So I think it's my fans, to be honest. I don't think it was me, because then it was those early days. Yeah. So
okay, so that's very important for a brand to come out and speak good about you, that you have conversion, right? Not that you are better than anybody, but you see, it's one thing having millions of followers on social media, is another thing being able to convert those followers to actually buy a product. So from this, I would say that you are one of the very few brands in Nigeria right now that when you hold somebody and say, okay, this is a pen from Ubi Franklin, buy it, and they'll buy it. So we're happy that a brand like House of Lunet have come out to say that, which is good. So now you've also given credit to your fans, which is very important. A lot of people feel like, oh, okay, thank you, I did it on my own. No, it was good that you actually gave that credit to your fans. Whenever something is posted about you on social media, right? You have this fan base that come for anybody that says anything that is not nice or is not for CeeC. Anybody against CeeC, CeeC has like this army. So when I posted your picture that I was going to talk to you today, I had more than 100 different CeeC accounts posting about it, and I was really excited because these are very good people, and these are a support system for you. What do you think you want to one day sit down and do for these people that have supported you, even outside Big Brother house? After Big Brother, right? This is already 2 years after Big Brother, right? And you are still very relevant. So what are you going to do for these fans that have stood by you regardless of everything? What do you think one day you are going to do for them?
I promise you, if I figured it out, I would have done it by now. I still don't know what. Can you take the student away from me? Nico, follow suit. Sorry, my family house, so there's a lot of kids all over me and all of that. So they come in from time to time. I don't know when to distract.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's good. We also know that yourself, you're also keeping.
I'm taking it to another level. I went home to Enugu to stay with family. I'm not even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm in Enugu actually right now.
That's great.
Nice. So about your question, I haven't figured it out yet. I promise you, every day I think about these people, because they didn't just start loving me now. Not when not now. I mean, when everything is looking like everything is, happening and all of that. They started loving me right from Big Brother house when I was still a mess, like when I didn't know what was going on. So I think about them every day, and I'm still yet to figure out what exactly I want to do for them. Because most times they're not even doing what they're doing because of what they stand to gain from me. They're doing it because they genuinely love me and support me and want the best for me. So most times it's so hard to actually do something for them, people who don't even need anything from me. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly these people need from me. So right now what I'm trying to do is to always give them reason to be proud of me, to keep doing my best, you know, making them proud. I think that's the best thing you can ever give to people that people that love you regardless. Yeah.
So these guys, right? So if you ever figure right now, one thing you are doing is to make them proud. That's what you said. So and you said that if you ever figure out what you want to do for them, you would definitely announce it, right?
Yeah,
and also, you know that we always have conversations like this about the things you want to do. So, hey, Spartans, I'm one of you, all right? So whenever she's ready to do whatever she wants to do for you guys, I'll definitely know, and you'll see it. I'll post about it. I'll talk about it. Okay, let's talk about your is it a sportwear, or you need to, because you see you launched it as a sportwear, but there was a day I saw you dressed in one of the new collections. I don't know if we can talk about your new collection. So I saw you dressed in one of the new collection. I was like, damn, this is really hot. And you were like, oh, this is from the new collection from CEGAR. But when it was launched like a sport brand, just for only sports attire. So tell us about CEGAR. How did you conceive the idea, and what are you doing about it?
CEGAR. Let me see. CEGAR. I think I started out with just doing sportswear because it started from the day that I wanted to work out, and I realized that it wasn't easy for me to buy a good, like a quality sportswear without, you know, breaking the bank. So I was like, someone should do something about this. I mean, why do we have to always wear the foreign brands like Adidas, you know, Nike and all of that? And then I was waiting for someone to do something about that, but then I figured out that I could actually do something about it. I mean, at that time, I didn't have all the resources available. I think I used my first 15 million to start CEGAR. It was self-sponsored, and it was really difficult for me because at that time I wanted to use the money for film school. I wanted to use the money for what I was very sure about. But then I knew that I had an opportunity that I needed to seize at the moment. And that's what I did. I just seized the opportunity and I started something. And looking back now, I have no regrets. So I started with just, you know, sportswear because that was the problem I needed to solve. But then at some point I realized that, okay, it doesn't have to just be sportswear. We can actually do casuals, you know, comfortable wears that you can actually wear to the supermarket. You can wear to see your friend. You can wear while going to set, you know. So that's what I'm just basically doing now. Yeah, I think that's about it.
So you said something now that's really very important, right? You used your 15 million naira. You believe that this business is going to fly. You brought out 15 million naira from your pocket, right?
Yeah, I did.
Paid to start up this business. Okay, guys, listen, right? Cee-C has said that she started her business with 15 million naira. So if you know you are watching this, please go and support her. Go and buy from her. It's not easy to you know, it's not easy to bring money from your pocket to actually pay to start up a business. I asked someone a question one day. I said, I asked one artist a question one day. I said, if you want me to sign you, right? If you want me to sign you, can you ever bring your own money? Yeah. To spend on you. Can you ever spend money on yourself? He said, no, he can't spend money on himself. I said, okay, fine. So now if I sign you today and I'm spending money on you, tomorrow you wake up and say, I've never done anything for you, right? And the guy started laughing. So it's not easy to actually bring money from your pocket to start up a business. Some people go and
it's not easy. I promise you. Yeah, it's not easy. But I think everybody has to be willing to fund their dream. I mean, if you have a dream, don't wait for
be willing to fund your dream.
Be willing to fund your dream. Be willing.
Okay, so how's the patronage so far?
Well, it has been great, but you know how these things are. First, people have to get to a point where they actually believe in your product. I'm still on my way there. where people don't think that, oh, she's doing this because she feels like she's a celebrity and everybody will buy whatever she's selling. So I want to get to a point where people actually buy this product, not because you're trying to just support me, but because you like what I'm doing and you trust in the quality. It's difficult for celebrities because people just, when they don't like you, they're not going to buy your products, no matter how fantastic it is. They just don't like you.
Let me cut you there. But can I tell you something? I had the same conversation with Tokema Kinwa yesterday. People that don't like you are just 10%. Do you know that? From the 100%. I tell people these things. You see, I had a conversation with Davido before, like maybe a few months back. We're having a conversation about looking on social media and seeing people that comment, that put up hateful comments about you, right? Now, when you read through those comments, you still find out that there are a lot of people that say good things about you, right? But you see, but because one bad comment can spoil thousands. So I'll tell you something, you'll be so surprised that the people that say shit about you are the ones that have bought more from you. So don't ever think that, this is just an advice, don't ever think that the people that don't like you will not buy from you. No, these people will always buy from you, because those are the guys, the ones that hate you are the ones selling your market the more. You understand? When they go and talk to people about you, say hateful things to people about you, what it returns back? It returns back into monetary value. People will say, okay, you know what? Let me try. So a guy met me last year and told me, he said, he was talking to me, we're having a conversation. I didn't know the guy already knows me. People have been talking to him about me. And after we finished talking, he said, there's a different you, right, that you need to start letting people know about, right, when you speak, the kind of things you say. So first of all, just always understand that if you are convinced that your business is going to fly, don't care about whatever anybody says. Just make sure that you're not doing the wrong thing. I tell people, don't kill, don't steal, don't rape, right? Every other thing you are doing, we are already in life to make mistakes, right? The mistakes should be mistakes that are pardonable, all right? So thank you so much. All of you, go and support her brand and, you know, buy it. She spent 15 million naira. 15 million naira is not easy.
To start, I've spent way more than that.
Okay, so
to start.
Your next question. You're a lawyer.
Yeah,
I know we went to the same school, Madonna University. So you graduated as a lawyer. Why did you decide to go to Big Brother? Did you go to Big Brother because you wanted to be famous, or you wanted it to be a route to helping you sell the ideas you actually have in life?
I think what happened to me was, after like 2 years of practicing, I kind of like felt like I didn't belong there. Not like I didn't, but there was something more about me. I wasn't just going to be, you know, just a lawyer. I knew there was something more about me. And then I used to leave the office to go for photo shoots for free. These photographers, they were not even paying us. Like, they were not paying us. And I was willing to do all of that. I liked the entertainment industry, and there was just something driving me towards that field. And it wasn't clear, of course, because I was very good at what I was doing, which was, you know, practicing. And then I was just a little bit, you know, distracted. And then I met some guy, someday like that. And then I was talking to him, and then he just told me that, you know what, that this is what happens to people. Like, at this point in your life, you start feeling, you know, you start feeling some type of way towards certain activities. And he gave me a book called Mastery. So I read the book. When I read the book, I realized that there's difference between career and purpose. They're two different things. So I understood that my purpose wasn't exactly, let me not say not connected, but not limited to just being a lawyer. There was something more. So I had to start digging deep. And that was when I saw the audition flyer for Big Brother. And I told my dad that, oh, I want to go for Big Brother. And I thought he was going to be like, no, why do you want to be a lawyer? Just, you know, go for masters or whatever else. But he supported me. He was like, yeah, go for it. I mean, you've always loved entertainment, even when you were a kid. You know, I'm even surprised that you actually went for the whole lawyer thingy. So he kind of encouraged me. And I went for Big Brother. I wasn't so sure what exactly it was in the entertainment industry that I wanted to do. But throughout the journey, like being in the house for 3 months, it was becoming clearer and clearer every day that this is exactly what you want to do. So even in the house, I made up my mind that when I come out, I'm not going to practice for at least a long time. I'm going to try and find my niche in the entertainment industry.
Okay, so you said something very, very key. You were able to differentiate between, after you read that book, right? So this question, do you still read as much as you were reading before you?
It's so hard too. Like I try to read one book at least every month, but it's so hard because we get so busy, you know, doing things, you know, working for brands and all of that. So sometimes we don't even find time to actually feed our soul, because I feel like we need to always read, because that's the only way you can feed your soul. You have to always, you know, take in information and all of that. But I like this coronavirus period somehow, even though, yeah, there's a lot of crisis and everything else, but there's something that has given to me, which is time to read. I'm spending more time with myself. So yeah, I'm reading a book right now. Yeah, I'm reading a book right now.
So you said something very important. You see, my father was a judge. My father was a lawyer, became a judge, you know, high court appeal. And for some of us, we went to school to read law because our parents wanted us to read law and follow. So now, I know your father is not a lawyer, no?
No, he's not.
Okay, your father is an advertising professional, right?
Yes, that's what he does.
So now, I've had a one-on-one conversation with your father a couple of times. Your father is a very strong-willed person. So when I see you and I see your father, I know that these are two people. Your father, you know, when they say that my papa born me, that's how you are, like your father. Yeah. Your father is this guy that he is a no-nonsense man. So for him to allow you to differentiate between your career and your purpose, that was a very, very good thing. So there are a lot of people out there that their parents never allowed them to figure out that, you know. What advice do you have for that person watching you right now that their parents will never allow them, you know, figure that out? When, okay, let's say you walk up to your father and say, oh, I want to go for Big Brother. Your father say, no, you can't, right? So if there's somebody watching you right now that wants to differentiate between her career or his career and her purpose or his purpose, what is that advice you give to the person? If I'm going to talk to daddy, please, I want to go for Big Brother, I want to do this, and they say no. So how are you going to advise that person on how to follow what they want to do?
Okay, I think there are two questions there. The first one would be advice to parents about a child wanting to do something different from whatever you wanted the child to do. I think that parents need to understand that when a child is born, everything that a child needs has already been installed into the person, the child. God has given you everything. You know, all you need to do is to help this child, to guide this child, to kind of direct this child, to teach this child actually, but not for you to start afresh to kind of recreate. You don't recreate people. All you have to do is help the child to discover more about him or herself, you know. But I think what parents do most times is just try to like recreate the child. They tell you, oh, you're supposed to be a lawyer. No. It comes from inside. It doesn't come from outside, you know. So so when a child tells you that, oh, dad, this is what I want to do, I think you have to try to understand the child and see how you can help the child to, you know, do whatever, because life is hard, and the only way you can make it easy for this child is to support this child the best way you can. And then for children wanting to do something different from what the parents want them to do, I think you have to learn how to communicate. Sometimes communication is the problem. You already know your parents, you know your dad. So I know how to talk to my dad. So I wouldn't come and start insisting that, oh, dad, I must do. No, you don't. He's not hearing you. So I have to calm down. Sometimes I act very confused that I don't know what I'm doing. I already know what I want, but that's how I communicate with him. He's going to be the one to tell you, oh, no, you don't have to be confused. Oh, no, it's obvious, it's clear. You already know, but that's my own mode of, you know, communication. So you have to learn how to communicate with your parents, you know, to tell them, you know, what is it you want to tell them, learn the best way to communicate. That's what you're going to say.
So basically what you're trying to say is you need to have this relationship with your parents where you know when to communicate with them, how to talk to them, and for them to help you so that you can follow what's differentiate between your career and your purpose, right? So one question, are you dating?
Are we supposed to talk about that?
Is it yes or no?
Well,
Okay, I pass it. You're not. I don't want to ask anybody on this show any question they're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
I see you work with Delta Soap. One of the Delta Soap is a big brand, right?
Yeah,
you work with Delta Soap. What's your relationship like with Delta Soap?
Delta Soup is actually one of the most amazing, like no stress. Like that brand, I like them because they're really, really supportive. So it feels like family working with them. I like what they're trying to do. I understand their vision, and I'm willing to be there with them till whenever they achieve, achieve what they want to achieve. So yeah, I like Delta Soup, and I'm proud to be associated with them. Yeah.
Okay. You also represented a brand called Get Fit. How's that going?
Same thing, same thing. I think one thing I'm very, very grateful for is the fact that most of the brands that I work with were like families. Like we actually support each other, and they understand me, and I understand them, and I'm also willing to work for them as long as they would have me. Yeah, Get Fit I think is an amazing brand because it's all about waist training and helping women to feel confident about themselves, to achieve the tiny ways that they want to achieve. So it's definitely a brand I'm proud to be associated with, actually.
So we were having a conversation about you wanted to travel before this whole pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So you wanted to go. One thing that you and I have always discussed about is how you want to really go to film school, right? So I know that you were meant to have traveled by now, right?
Yeah.
So that has really affected you because of, at least you had planned your 2020. Okay, I want to go to film school. When I come back from film school, I want to do this. Has this pandemic affected that plan of going to film school for you?
Well, looking at it now, I mean, when the whole coronavirus crisis started, I was very upset. I was like, what the hell? Like, now that I want to travel. But looking at it now, to be honest, I don't think it has affected the plan at all. I think it has actually helped the plan because, to be honest, that's like the next season of my life, and I need to be as equipped as possible. And you know how before now I've always prayed for a break. I needed a break now. Like working, every time we're working on one project or the other, I found out I didn't have time for myself. I didn't have time to even to get proper direction for the next season. So now that it's like the whole world is on pause, I kind of appreciate it a little bit because it has given me time to to look deep, to look within, to know what exactly that I'm trying to do, to get proper direction, to even equip myself for film school. So I don't think it has affected. I know it's going to be over soon, and when it's over, I think I'll be better prepared for film school. So yeah, it hasn't affected me one bit.
So one of the biggest, well, from what we saw, one endorsement that really caught a lot of fire was the one with Royal Hair because you were gifted a car, right?
Yeah.
You see, not everybody is signed and they're gifted a car, So maybe this interview I'm being very biased because of
you already know me.
Yeah. So
you already know me.
But so the thing is, you've been working with Royal Hair since last year, and you were gifted a car. And I see you cruising that white Mercedes-Benz around Lagos. Some people thought it was audio, right?
Yeah.
Some people thought it was audio, but I see you every day cruising your Mercedes-Benz. You have that's a very good family as well, like Royal Hair. What can you say about them?
To be honest, I'm grateful for all the brands that I work with, including Royal Hair, because I've learned a lot from working for these guys. Royal Hair. It wasn't easy when I started because I was like the only brand ambassador. So, and actually like the idea of, working with a hair company because hair is what women wear every day. Like we can even do without hair. So I was actually very grateful when they came on board, and then them giving me a car. And to be honest, I needed a new car at that point, and I was actually planning on buying a car. I told you about it.
Yeah. So I was one blue,
Exactly, that I got so many insults. Like, geez, I think before they even gave me the car, I think a week before they gave me the car, I went to a supermarket to buy something, and then someone saw me, and then she's like, "Oh, this is Cee-C," and then she was talking to someone else, and the person was like, "Oh, where's her car?" And then she pointed to my car. The person was like, "This is what she's driving." Oh my god! Like, I was so upset. I was like, "What do you mean? Are you aware that I just spent like so much money? You know, I invested so much money into a business. Like, people have priorities. To be honest,
So,
no car that you
hold
do
it up,
now."
hold it up, hold it up there, hold it up there, right? So you had 15 million. You would have decided to maybe buy. I remember we had a conversation. You wanted to buy an ML, right?
Yeah.
And you told me you had a budget and you didn't want to exceed that budget, right?
Yeah.
And so with saying this, I know that you had the money to splash on that ML, but what was very, very important for you was to invest your 15 million naira in business, hoping that the CeeC brand will bring you a car, and it did.
Yes.
You know,
It
that was
did,
smart.
actually.
So tell us how you were able to, because you see, it's not easy holding the money, knowing that you
It's
have this
not.
money and you don't want to
It's
splash it on
not.
yourself. So before you answer my question, right? This is my advice to a lot of people. Just always understand that a man that you see driving a car out there doesn't mean that he doesn't have the money to buy the car. The person has other priorities that they are focused on. So your priority was to start up your business with your 15 million, right? Yeah. And you believe that if that business grows, the business will buy you as many cars as possible, as many houses as possible.
Very true.
So tell us how you were able to discipline yourself, not buying the car, because I know that we spoke about the car. I got a few cars for you, and you were looking at them, and but you didn't end up buying that car because a week or two after that you got a car gift. So tell us how you were able to discipline yourself, not buying a car with your 15 million, rather using the 15 million to start up your business.
It was actually very hard because apart from just buying the car, I had other needs. I had things that I would, I wanted to have at the time, because it's very easy for people in my position to actually seek, or to want the fancy life, the swanky clothes, to want to look fly, the thrill that comes with all of that glamour and adventure. It was very easy for me to, become all of that. But then I tried to remain focused because I understood that if I want to become who I want to become, then I need to make certain sacrifices, which of course includes not wanting to leave, because those lifestyle, to be honest, it's not bad. There's nothing bad about, doing all of that. But then there's time for everything. I knew it wasn't time for me to do all of that. So it was really hard because, people talking to you without knowing that, without knowing your struggle, what you're going through. Because even at the time when I had this money, trust me, I wanted to go to film school. Like, that was the first thing I wanted to do. So I was bragging that I was going to buy a car, and I wanted to buy a car, but you could see some sort of hesitation in buying the car because also I wanted to go to film school. But then I understood that sometimes having a dream is not enough. You have to be ready for that dream. You have to be ready. When I say ready, you have to be financially ready, because people will tell you, "Oh, we support you. Don't worry, just start. All you have to do is start. We're going to support you. We're going to be there for you." But along that line, they may not be there. So you have to be able to continue without them. You guys are not here, it's fine, no beef, but I will continue because it's my dream and you guys don't owe me anything. I think that's one thing people have to understand. And then secondly, I think also I understood that sometimes you may think that people would buy whatever you have, your products, your services, once you're ready. But trust me, they may shock you. They may not actually be ready for whatever, your services. Because I've seen people get money and the first thing they think about is, you know what, this is what I want to do, this is all I want to, become. And it just goes right straight to it, to, for example, artists. I see some artists, they have money and the first million they make, they're trying to, this dog is actually back here. They're trying to shoot videos, release the song, promotions. It's a lot of money. And when you're done, if that's the only money you have, and when you're done and people are not ready for your kind of music, then it may cripple you, it may destroy you. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready. When I say ready, you have to be ready to put money into something and be able to even sit back and still be okay with the fact that it's not bringing money yet. So
Okay. When you started your business, right? When you started your business, I noticed a little bit of you were laid back. You were not. You were, sometimes they'll call, oh, where are you? You are somewhere doing one shoot. You know, you are doing this, you are doing that, because you were focused on making sure that your business succeeds, right? So aside the whole razzmatazz, the fame and everything, you had time to draw back. Because you see, one thing I also tell you is, I appreciate your father in your journey. I'll say this because the man always, you know, I've been there when he always tries to call you back to reality, to understand that your name is Cynthia and Wadiara. Forget the CeeC people call you. So from what I know, I think he has played a huge role to making sure that you always remember your roots. You know? So you work with brands. Don't worry, forget the dog. He's doing his job. So you work with brands like Huawei, right? How do you feel being associated with brands like Huawei?
Like I'll say for other brands that I work for, I'm actually very, very excited and happy to be part of their brand, because it's not easy for a brand to look at you and say, oh, we like what you're doing and we want you to represent our brand. So whenever a brand, a big brand like Huawei comes, you know, on board, I'm actually very grateful. I'm always very grateful, because I feel like there's something I'm doing right. So yeah, Huawei, I'm just an influencer for them for now. I'm not like an ambassador for them, but I'm still grateful, because these are the people that made it possible for us to even be able to fund our dream, for us to even be able to do CEGAR and wanting to go to film school. It's their money we are using now. So I'm grateful for all of that.
That's great. So you represented brands like Delta Soap, Get Fit, Royal Hair, House of Lunettes, Huawei, BuyPower.ng, Amstel Malta, Naira Bear, and Sapphire Sense. Now, amongst all these brands, one of them was I think there was an uneasy social media dragging who said this and who did not say that. I know I know that your relationship with Sapphire Sense, you guys had, I don't know what happened on the whole social media thing, because I was in between. Do you think that if Sapphire Sense were to renew your contract and want you back as an ambassador, you think you want to still do it? Be honest.
No, the answer is no, because I understand that sometimes some people come into your life just for the season, and whatever they were supposed to do for me, it's over. They've done it, and it's time to move on. So I wouldn't take.
So amongst all these brands, that's the only brand you don't think that you will go back with?
For now, yes. For now, yes. Yeah.
All right.
That.
So you have a YouTube channel, right? And I've been looking at your YouTube channel. What are the things that you want if I ask people now, we have thousands of people online right now watching us. We are going to beg them to go and subscribe to your YouTube channel. So tell us what you think that will be very exciting, that when we get to your YouTube channel, we are going to see. What is that thing that you are doing differently from every other YouTube channel? So tell us why you started a YouTube channel and what the content you'll be delivering to us there.
For my YouTube channel, I'm not even doing a lot right now. I'm not doing a lot right now there, because the things that I want to do right now, I'm not really ready for that, because it's gonna cost a lot of money. And these videographers, they're not nice at all. You want to shoot just a 30 seconds video, you end up spending almost like 100,000. I mean, and I can't always spend that amount of money every time that I have an idea and I want to put it out there. So for now, I have other things on my table that I need to invest into. So that's why I'm not putting a lot out there. But for now, I think what I would like to do differently from what other people are doing is to give people reason to, stay strong. I want people to even have a feel of what exactly CeeC is about, who CeeC is, because it's very easy for you to get carried away with the nice pictures, fancy clothes, and you don't even know who this person is all about. I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to connect more with my fans, let them know more about me, and be some sort of inspiration to those people who are looking up to me, who every day want to know, want to find hope. I'm just trying to give people hope and all of that. That's what I'm trying to do on my YouTube channel. For now, I'm not putting a lot out there, But definitely when I'm in film school, and it's easy for me to, you know, do more. Of course, that's something that I want to take serious.
You know, there was a day we were having a conversation about how expensive it is to keep shooting, and one advice I gave you was to learn how to shoot and edit your own videos, right? Until you are able to. You see, one very good thing that I have, not because I know you on a one-on-one basis, but one thing that I'm proud of you that you always do is that you don't go for things that are not within your reach. You don't try to, you know, okay, guys, listen, I always have conversations with Cee-C. I say, oh, Cee-C, Cynthia, because I hate calling her Cee-C, so I call her Cynthia. So I always say, Cynthia, you think you want to do this. She'll say, where am I going to get the money from? Oh, there's no money. Then, you know, so that's the reality that's a reality check for a lot of you. Always understand that it's good to dream, right? It's good to go for your dream. It's good to, you know, dream. But you see, there are times you need to understand that you need to cut some things and go for some. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. There's no need for you to always be hurting your pocket, you know, because you want to actually make people feel like you've arrived, right? So that's one thing I see that you are. There are times where I see you somewhere, I'm like, what? You say, well, I don't care, you know, because I like that you are still trying to live your Cynthia while you're as an individual, other than every time CeeC, if you want to go to anywhere, you know. I know that people feel like, okay, you should have come live without doing your makeup, but I know that you're one of those people that will never be caught on fresh. But hey, but for some of us that have seen you when you are on fresh, you know, that one is we'll keep it somewhere. We'll keep those pictures for later, but we're really proud of you. I want to tell you something. I haven't worked closely with you. I'm really proud of you. It's not easy to see a young woman like you. You're not 30 yet, but it's not easy to see a young woman like you at your age, you know, using what the opportunity you've been given by Multi-Choice through Big Brother, the opportunity your fans have given you to always keep watching what you're doing. We really appreciate that you're also thinking about your fans. We appreciate that you're also one person that are trying to have been able to differentiate between your career and your purpose. We also learned that from you that you should find a way to communicate with your parents, you know, find a way to talk to people and get something out of them. So we're in a very, very crazy, so we round up this session. We're in a very, very crazy period, which is the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. How do you feel about this? What will you tell your someone watching you today? What is that thing that you believe that this has affected you, or do you think this has kept you thinking about what you want to do in the next when this is over, or you think that it has affected you more than it has affected another person? Because from what I've seen from a lot of people, they feel like coronavirus is only affecting them, right? But it's affecting everybody. So how has it affected you so far?
Of course, all the plans that I had before the whole coronavirus, it feels like it's on pause right now, because I mean there's no movement, nothing is happening. Everybody is forced to stay at home. I had to even travel back to Enugu to be with family. So definitely that has affected me in a way. But to be honest, I think that we have to first accept there's nothing you can actually do about the situation other than staying at home, staying healthy, and you know, things like that. Eat healthy, just try to like boost your immune system. But other than that, we cannot do so much. And so you have to accept this is what it is right now. And when you accept, then you have to start planning from when it's over, because it's going to be over soon. And just the way you started from nowhere, it's going to be over like that quick. And what's going to happen is when it's over, you realize that you are actually not taking advantage of now, like the moment. You have actually not seized the time, the moment to develop, to work on yourself. Because to be honest, we have low-key been praying for a time like that, like this, without even knowing. All of us, we have been so busy and we wanted a break, and we're praying for a break. And in a break where not just you taking the break, but the whole world, everybody, because it's not easy. When you want to take a break, people are inventing new stuff, and you don't want to, like, you know, take a break and then be there when people are moving on. So it feels like everyone is on pause right now. So I think it's a good thing looking at it again. It can be a blessing, because for me, having to come back home to be with family after a long time. I don't think I've actually been home since I became CeeC. I've actually not spent more than a day at home. So I'm looking at my family, and I understand that this is actually more important than all the hustle, the money, and all that. So I think people should actually take advantage of this time to spend more time with family, you know, build that connection, and, you know, also be able to spend time with yourself. A lot of people can't even, you know, look at themselves in the mirror. They don't even like who they have become. And so this is the time that everybody has to like look within, like ask yourself important questions. Who am I turning into? You know, who am I becoming, and all of that. So I think this is a time that everybody needs to like try to level up, try to become better, because it's going to be over. And when it's over, you don't want to remain the same person that you were before it started. So yeah, it's a cost on one hand because people are dying, but it's also a blessing on the other hand, because
thank you so much, Cynthia, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you. Enjoy your time with your family. My regards to your father. My regards to your whole family. I really appreciate you for hanging out with us. I'm sure somebody somewhere has learned something today. Yeah, thank you so much for coming live with us. I appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.